You may have heard of the term vibe coding, but today I want to show you a tool that still blows my mind: Anthropic's Claude Code. This is, in my opinion, the most powerful coding agent and the most capable at solving problems without you having to write a single line of code. While many assistants use Claude's models, their own native tool offers something different: a deeper, more agentic workflow. In this video, I'm going to break down the specific features that make it so powerful, compare it directly with popular alternatives like Cursor, and show you why it's become my reference for vibe coding in 2025. All you have to do is open a terminal, navigate to any directory, and type the command Claude, and you're up and running. So let's start with what makes Claude Code so effective: its native integration. Unlike other tools that act as a wrapper, Claude Code is wired directly through Anthropic's most powerful models, like Claude 4 Opus and Sonnet. There are no middlemen, no throttled endpoints. This means you get faster round trips, zero translation errors, and crucially, you get access to new model capabilities on the day they're released. This direct connection also unlocks what you might call an extended thinking mode, which can be triggered by using certain keywords in your prompt. Here are some examples on screen. This mode allows Claude Code to take more time to reason about a problem and to chain together different tools, like performing a web search, then reading a file, then executing some code, all within a single coherent thought process to solve a complex problem. It's a deeper level of reasoning that you just don't get through a wrapper. Now, one of the most significant challenges with autonomous AI agents is the run then pray problem. You give a command and hope for the best. Claude Code solves this elegantly with a feature called plan mode. With a quick keyboard shortcut, you drop the agent into a read-only state. It will analyze your request, research the codebase, and then present a clear numbered action plan. It will not edit a single file or run a single command until you give it the go-ahead. This is, in my opinion, a game changer. It's safer, it's more transparent, and it's often quicker because the AI formulates a complete strategy before even acting. In my experience, this produces much better results because typically LLMs sort of have to figure it out as it's going along, whereas this allows them to do all of the reasoning first and then just go ahead with the implementation. Another core strength is its design. Claude Code is a command line tool, which means it lives inside the terminal you already use every day. It works just as well in a standard bash shell, inside VS Code's integrated terminal, or in a headless CI job. Because it's a CLI tool, it can run other commands and utilities, allowing it to solve problems in much more versatile ways. There are no extra pains to manage or distracting except pop-ups that break your flow. It's just a single conversational stream with explicit diffs when changes are made. It embraces the classic Unix philosophy. You can pipe logs into it, stream structured JSON out, or even chain it with other tools. It's powerful, flexible, and fits right into a professional workflow. It also has deep project-aware autonomy. This is where Claude Code really starts to feel like a collaborator rather than just a tool. It can do far more than just write code. It can edit, write, run, commit, and even open pull requests. It navigates the entire repository, preserves existing coding conventions, and can even help fix merge conflicts. It can even run Git commands to understand the previous state of the codebase, run diffs, and get a deeper context of the project's history. Another key element to this is the memory system. You can create a claude.md file in your project root containing style guides, architectural notes, or personal preferences. Claude Code keeps this context in mind with every command. And you can edit this on the fly with simple shortcuts, ensuring the AI is always perfectly aligned with the project's specific needs. Another thing worth mentioning is the extensibility and customization. Claude Code is incredibly extensible. You can create team-wide slash commands for recurring prompts, which are just simple markdown files that you can version control with your project. And for truly deep integration, the Model Context Protocol, or MCP, allows Claude to pull live context from external services like Jira, Figma, or your own internal APIs during a session. It's a level of integration that makes the AI truly project aware. Now, I know a lot of you will probably be thinking, how does this compare to something like Cursor? It's a fair question, and Cursor is an excellent tool and something I've been using for quite a few months now, but there are some key differences that give Claude Code the edge for serious agentic work. First, the interface. Cursor's agent lives inside a VS Code fork, which is great for visual interaction, but it can lead to cluttered layout for multiple accept buttons that can stall your flow. Claude Code's single pane CLI avoids that friction entirely. Second, as I mentioned previously, Cursor is a middleman. It has to relay your requests through its own cloud, whereas Claude Code calls the Anthropic API directly. This means context windows, tool use APIs, and other new features will always land on Claude Code first. And finally, there's the quality delta. Community data and industry reports consistently show that when both tools are powered by the same underlying model, Claude Code results in around 30% fewer reworks. The code it produces requires less churn and adheres more tightly to existing patterns, which ultimately means you merge faster. Let's talk about the cost though. Cursor's Pro plan is very accessible at around $20 per month. Claude Code, on the other hand, requires one of Claude Max plans, which sit at either $100 or $200 a month, depending on your usage needs. As you can see, this is a significantly more expensive product, but you do get, like I said, 30% or up to 30% productivity gains in my opinion. And while this can be hard to justify for people on a budget, for those really trying to push their limits and get the most out of these tools, once people have tried out something like Claude Code, it's hard to justify going back. You can also access Claude Code to some extent through two other options. One is through Claude's Pro plan, which is about $20 a month, or through the API pricing. But personally, I wouldn't recommend either of these two approaches. One option is quite limited in how much usage you can get, and the other can get expensive very quickly if you're not careful. So there's a clear cost difference, but for professional use or for people not on a budget, the argument is that you can get productivity gains from fewer reworks that can justify the higher price point. So to wrap up, Claude Code isn't just another coding assistant. It's a deeply integrated, powerful, and safe agentic partner. Its native connection to Claude 4 gives it speed and quality advantages. Plan mode provides essential safety and transparency, and its CLI, first design, and deep autonomy make it feel less like a tool and more like a senior engineer that you can collaborate with or ask questions with at any time. It fits seamlessly into existing workflows with integrations for GitHub, GitLab, and VS Code, and whether you're on a Mac, a Linux container, or even a remote dev box. If you're serious about leveraging AI to automate your coding workflow and build more effectively, then I believe Claude Code is without question the standout tool in 2025 so far. Thanks for watching. I'd be very interested to know if you've tried out Claude Code or any similar tools. I've also made videos in the past comparing different vibe coding options or even some of the best models. And feel free to sign up to my AI newsletter if you want more in-depth insights into AI, the best tools, and so on. Lastly, if you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate if you can like and subscribe. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.